Greetings. Module 4 focuses on conservative criminology and criminal justice. Some of the ideas presented here also look at the idea of paradigm change, that we have either new ideas or ideas from previous time periods being brought back in. And really the big question, I think, is how do our theories mesh up or coincide with public policies or criminal justice policies specifically. I don't think there's a good real match there, right? Or else crime probably would have been reduced significantly over the years. But there's probably a mismatch, a lot of debate, and a lot of conflict. And in fact, there may be multiple dominant paradigms operating, or there may be one dominant or one dominant and one subdominant, and then a bunch of other ones. This is something I'll let you really take a closer look at and decide. I've done some research previously about sex offender treatment paradigms, looking at the psychological, the biological, and the psychosocial biological models, and looking at the changes over time, and certainly one of those models became the dominant one. And so what we can look at is how these theories operate not only in the criminal justice research but also in the policy arena. So Chapter 12, Bringing Punishment Back in Conservative Criminology, focuses on various approaches, but the main ones that are discussed by your authors are the biosocial, focusing on individual differences, rational choice theory, different thinking patterns that criminals have, and then a moral poverty or permissive culture, and public disorganization and civility theoretical models. And some of these theories are brought into or described in much greater detail in Chapter 13, where we have a presentation of routine activities theory and rational choice theory. And then in Chapter 14, we focus on biosocial theories. And then Chapter 15 actually continues the discussion from Chapter 14 and looks at advances in biosocial theory, perspectives, and policies. So we really have a lot going on there. And the objectives really of this module are to examine the assumptions of the conservative criminal justice theories and to look at their strengths and weaknesses, and to be able to evaluate how these conservative criminal justice theories may influence criminal justice policy, and also to take a closer look to see if there is indeed a paradigm change. So for Module 4, the assignment basically is to select a conservative-based theory and describe that theory, and then answer the question, how is this theory currently being used? Please also provide at least one scientific article related to that theory and the research policy, law, or practice or intervention that follows from that theory within that article. And how do you think that this theory will be used in the future, and what particular impact do you think it will have on the criminal justice system if it's indeed used? You also might want to look at whether or not this particular theory explains some crimes better than others. For example, does it explain property crimes but not violent crimes? Does it explain specific types of violent crimes but not property, and so on? And also, what are the benefits of using this approach? And of course, post a response, and please respond to at least one of your colleagues. So this was a very interesting time as well, since we have kind of seen a political paradigm change, if you will, and we'll see if that changes some of the models that are used in the criminal justice system, and what kind of effects that will have, and how research is used or not used in the policy arena, and how we can make sense of everything. And this wraps up this video. Thank you.